Reporting to you live. Obviously, it won't be live when you're hearing it, but...
Who are you and what am I? Who is we and what does that actually represent?
Because usually when I think a circumstance has an effect on judgment, but it's not as if this judge meant more than a single inquiry.
For that.
Swinging single, free.
I've been from town to town, city to city,
more than you may have guessed, a less anal retentive way to wade through a lake of ache.
They say that life's a bitch, but she'll be singing around the mountain when she comes from God's abduction, so you should tell the range.
Change my vanishing point and pass my shades as I show the difference between finding and determination. Do your thing, I'll do my thing.
I want what's surely waiting for me behind the white picket fence across the other side of town, where the grass is greener and people pretend to like their neighbors' constant comments that truly drive them insane. Have a nice day.
I'm looking for answers
if I were you, I'd stay inside that box you built. You're safe there. I'm off roadside attraction, fascination, barely pieces. Dying head out to say hello from the cage in which it dwells.
I read somewhere, make
decisions counting the seconds passing slowly in my version of reality seen daily. Candy-coated shit sandwich for breakfast, half price, and get the second one free excluding reactions.
But I'm not a statistician. You wouldn't see Tiger Woods playing hockey.
Seeping through my
skin,
just my
is
open.
In my id,
embracing it,
piled up
to heal.
Riddance.
The wounds I self-inflicted until
sometimes trail
the
off.
water turns into blood and my skin begins to burn.
I've chosen not to wish because
burning up in smokestack seen above the cloud line from mountain tops.
I haven't seen
the liquid dries and disappears in the thin air as I'm left gasping.
I'm hungry enough for seconds at breakfast, plus all squares afterward.
As good as it gets?
I try not to think what life will be like 20 years from now.
Just the beginning.
Let it happen.
Is this reality?
How much say do I have in this world?
Is this
just
my plan, or was I meant
but
for
all that I say is for we.
Something real.
Then again,
something
is the
we
question.
all are, but then again, who is we?
Learn to live with imperfection.
Actually represent.
Don't let Tom, Dick, and Harry
is it
point you in a
necessary
quick
to
direction.
dwell on that question?
Watch where you're going for the sake of we. So
I can hear the train
share a knowing.
Tapwater.
A saga of the paranormal. Strap on your goggles with a pair of snorkels, prepare to portal. There is no true solution or an antitoxin. Ask Andy Kaufman, wait, he can't be talking, the cancer got him. I'm standing watching this planet rot and it's catastrophic. Take another little piece of my heart like Janis Joplin. Plan with caution to be the man on your Panasonic. When the camera's off, my type strikes quicker than anacondas. Modest authors with pens pushing a modern product. Monarch wanted time to become a ruler like Maharaja. No, I'm no Randy Johnson, but my aim is on point. With 4 tips, I'll stab your medulla oblongata. I hate liars and I can't stand assholes. I just live alone in a Martian ant sandcastle. I'm not some psychopath who lurks with a day pass. I'm traveling from K-Pax back to Earth in a spacecraft. I'm never gambling or sampling James Last. He drives me crazy like Patsy Cline when her plane crashed. Dipsomaniac slash nymphomaniac. When exchanging cash, I'm taking half like Game and Dash. Save your raps, we can tape it on the stage. In fact, I'll record the service, play it back, bounce with your Game and Dash. Peace. Throw your hands in the air till you scream and you choke. Use a screen from your tap as a screen in your bowl. Tap water Follow the tide of thoughts pond. Let the faucets run and have a Hawaiian hot box. Diving off docks to deep sea depths. Green leaf scents emitted from your TV sets and scene. Against the stream of mention what we're meant to mean.
A lot of reasons, but I can't think of one. It's kinda complicated, I'm so anxious, but I'm always waiting and waiting in water. If I walk, I'm pacing forth and back. Morse to tap, no impurities or forcing art. With all the time I need to ignore the clock. I roll my mark around the city, but I live in Orchard Park. When it's dark, I sport sunglasses like Corey Hart amongst my neighbors. Stalemated wars are fought, I knew before it started and presumed what's coming later. I'm waiting when the Undertaker 911's my pager. It's assumed that I'm done my interview with Mother Nature, nothing new. One who's willing to step on crowded stairs, unpeel the outer layers, aware of what to do. Your average know-it-all, bantering ill-mannered protocol, but won't resolve the hassling like Italians with broken balls. No, I'm not a stupid person or acute to learn, and I teach myself. So put your hands up if you need some help. To whom it's concerning, loose perversion and rookie rollers whose doobies burning is running like Bruni servants. Certainly we'll splash in music's ocean, refreshingly super soaking as long as your pupils open. When all that's left of me is what I've spoken, matter doesn't. Discussions while I'm talking to myself or what have you. Something. I hope.
Throw your hands in the air till you scream and you choke. Use a screen from your tap as a screen in your bowl. Tap water, follow the tide of thoughts pond. Let the faucets run and have a Hawaiian hot box. Diving off docks to deep sea depths. Green leaf scents emitted from your TV sets and scene. Against the stream of mention what we're meant to mean.
A lot of reasons, but I can't think of one. Below the sprinklers, I think that it's been summoned under soaks. Plunging and provoked with the light after filling up on gas. When you think so, less you don't.
The whole city starts to dance.
I'm crossing the range, usually from drawing a blank, but you're still tossing every boss in the ranks off of the plank. Allow me to stop and explain, I'm watching disgrace. Don't you get it? Like genetics, I wanna be pocket and change. I'm constant mistakes I make often in vain. I constantly pace, exhausted the face, lost in a maze. I'll soon be stalking you, wait, you'll be sulking ashamed. They're stalling on stage, all I can say is call it a day. The hostile invade. Realize you made a solid mistake, that's all that it takes. You'll fall in your face, haul them away. I'm calling a spade, you'll fade away like beta tapes with no praise to play, and that's honesty gave. The pawning your tapes, to got not a whole lot in exchange. The whole city starts to dance when my songs have been played. I've conquered brigades, verbally I'm a god of the trade, and I promise not to walk the way that my father is paid. We're living in a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a page.
Finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all in phase.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on or not will dominate. In a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a page.
Finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all in phase.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on or not will dominate. In the odds, teaching each conceited and far, but on the lead to the top in the legion of gods. Believe it or not, your chances irretrievable loss. There's no meaning to talk, I see through this indecent facade. So reputing thoughts with an album pressed and moving lots. You might as well fight yourself like a beef-feuding wasp. Every deal is sealed with a nod, I'm kneeling aloft. League leader, street preacher through a deal of macabre. Extremist that wants to see his recent dreams in the conch. So a treaty is drawn between the mean and greedy across the streets and the blocks. All the demons, greens and cons, the tea and his off. I'll beat you with a piece of a vase. And we can do this free and improv, you'll be screaming to stop. Dumb fucks get cut up like sample slice, the primo is chopped. Ever since his fetus evolved, with feet in it crawled. I was sticking needles and dolls in the CeeLo and all. So why you sit with your girlfriend watching some Legally Blonde? I'm creeping at dawn, leaping like frogs, you sleep in the pond. I'm feeding the bronze, revealing feelings seeping through songs. Smoking weed is green as some moss and the proceeding to cough. When the trees have been chopped, I'm talking more than cheeses with charm. The girl on the beach in a thong if she's the cream of the crop. Hoping to take her home that evening for a sweetest massage. The geek at the prom, I'm rising up like yeast when it's hot. Living in a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a page.
Finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all in phase.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on or not will dominate. In a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a page.
Finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all in phase.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on or not will dominate.
Hold it up below the sprinklers, I think that it's been summoned under soaks. Plunging and provoked with the light after filling up on gas. When you think so, less you don't.
The whole city starts to dance.
Hook, line and sinker for the pints and pitchers. We're pulling all nighter and make a home in time for dinner. Sicker than the bug that goes around that we bring. I give and get some love like a fling. I'm committed to too much as it is. Buster Bronco, keep the heads a ringing. Minutes and decisions, it goes
flows like anything. No bard holds up here. Opinion to 7 million thoughts per second. The inquiring mind is registering. Written, filled in, instilled in the serenade. Staying arms length away from the aeroplane. Just to let you know it's me. Look out for who wears a cape. The one whose fingers reek of getting up in Mary Jane. Up a bang like a fake gun.
Wake up, what are you afraid of?
Nothing that I take from it, from nothing I can make fun in vain. Just let a stranger move around unattached. Saucy days is haunted to whoever wants.
We're living in a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a
Not
page.
finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all the babes.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on and all will dominate a modern day, as I'm conjuring thoughts upon a
Not
page.
finish till you stop, let liquid you wash away, be the boss. Let it go, hands up for all the babes.
Two sick MCs with songs to play on and all dominate.
Don't mess with the tree.
Turns out we turn it out regardless how the turnout turns out. We turn it out regardless how the turnout. Yeah, it's quite a big world. See, we're here doing our thing, so do as much as you like, do as much as the max. 2 legs and a heartbeat, your able bodies.
Baby, don't gesture unless you're 100% sure the set's dirty. I left early, some of the scene, and maybe it's well heard. We're hold with possessive obsessiveness onto every word. Leverage is allowing to push it tight as the vice will turn.
Yeah, and we took the mic where you write a verse, so raise your hands high and put them right where your lighters were. And stand by for the Tapwater show. Every rap concert's dope, you cats ought to know.
Yeah, count me in. No remorse for claustrophobic spouted in my vocal cords is how it's been and ask me anyway. So whether it be in general or generally, the answer is the same. Indubitably, definitely.
Yo, rocking the crowd is a need, a necessity. A fiend for the energy, I feel it each breath I breathe and wanna keep it. The heat is off the meter, the cheat on the feature. Now sleeping, Josh Martinez.
Came here today with a quarter of imported Maui. Why we cost me used to Halle Grant 20 hash. Funny how economies crash and GDP grows. Now everyone rocks the CDJs at shows. Used to be the bandwagon, had some vacancy, but the kids love doom so much and don't know KMD.
Now it makes perfect sense why they hate on me. Not comprehension of what it takes to be a great MC. In the midst of fakes, I stay awake, planning on taking the lead. Back in my speech, cause actually not too many cats is fucking with sleep. I got here without tucking the heat. Got here by pumping the street with B-boyology. Detroit fallacy, being caught in speech gives me immortality. Keep your salary job and weak formalities. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out.
Yo, who has a hype set even when the night is dead?
Like the end in the middle of some time well spent. Drenched,
Sweat that trickles back behind my neck. Mess
for self-harm, UTI and side effects. Fresh
from the other side, performing tracks.
Underlined or golden caps, undivided.
Golden packs, come inside the show, it's packed. The funnest time you'll know you'll have.
Up and top for program haps, a lung of mine.
It's going flat, I must revise my only plan. 100 as
and focus holster rolling, your exposure's frozen.
Open path and total grasp.
Gas, our natural energy could be gas.
We're ready for any task and anything never had. And that's sad, so don't mess with this team. We're the best in the league, from the west to the east. Nothing less than a step in the lead. When we're blessing the beat, come and test if your death is your dream.
I might dream a little dream, drawn a little toward the light, and even more toward the dark spark that either to me like. I don't know any of you strange human beings with your piercings, tongue rings, some things about them glances piercing. So dirty it's unbecoming, I'm too close to 30, I ain't figured it out. I'm still 100 miles and running. Baby, grab the brass ring, bring things into hold position. At the end of the mission, be sitting in the pole position.
And my soul's broke to dimension, I roam far from home with dementia, with a love poem and a cold shoulder with a long list of wishes. Not granted, I backtrack to plan an attack, so damn it, I'm a tactician, a rapper, rapping like a Gatling gun held by an epileptic. Batman, come here, bear witness to heavy hitting. We're all professionals when it comes to taking care of business, but they stand and stare like it's a fair circus, looking embarrassed, nervous. Put your hands up, serve your
Regardless
purpose.
how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out.
Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out.
Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out.
Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out. Regardless how the turnout turns out, we turn it out.
It's okay, dude. You don't need to explain it. It's fine. I have a perfectly good handle on what you do. That's cool. Hey, you know what? More power to you, man. Nobody's hating on you at all. That's some real shit right there. I like that. Word up. Everybody likes that shit. Props, dude. That shit is fucking gangster. Yeah, dude. No, you ain't gotta tell me. It's alright. Okay. Cool. You know what? I gotta go, man. I fucking really gotta get out of here.
Calgary, yeah, they gotta be real. And Edmonton, they gotta be real. Plus, Winnipeg, yeah, they gotta be real. And Saskatoon, they gotta be real. Yo, Toronto, they gotta be real. Up in Montreal, yeah, they gotta be real. And Halifax, they gotta be real. And out in Ottawa, yeah, they gotta be real. Like...
These days in cypher sessions, I don't spit raps or intervene, cause everybody's talking about this, that, and in between. You kidding pieces, it's a joke that's played, I know it ain't. I'll show the way through the thick quicksand that grips your feet. This is me, myself, and I, in the flesh it's shown. Trained, dreaded with a great stage presence and breath control. I'll leave all my victims left alone, a methadone, then drag them to the deck of the technodrome and digest their bones. The best approach is don't question culture, let it go. Obsessive, grown, aggressive, pro, digest invest with quest for gold. Unethical, noetical, pathetic foes are best to know. Even if they all deep-throated toilets, they couldn't head the throne. I read memos, soon to be pressing a record sold nationwide. I'm taking time to impress in shows. I tend to roam looking for you with intent to choke a rapper that will smash you in the platter with an endoscope. Pen the quotes, every sentence float is incredible. I rose to the pedestal, demoting, moping genetic clones. So you know I ain't no West Coast disser. Another thing I'm not is a damn ass kisser. You know I ain't no West Coast disser.
West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast, this.
Another thing I'm not is a damn ass kisser.
West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast.
Another thing I'm not is a damn ass kisser.
It goes without saying, a sound-saving allowance and a down payment on your soul of what you think the crowd's craving. My eyebrows raising and it's firm where it is. Hey yo, you went in front of me if you heard what I did and do, but what is it to you? My toes don't fit in different shoes. Graciousness is goodness, it's rigid oppositing through. Thank heavens for freedom of choice to pick and choose. Paint it black and white and sing the blues. I hate my hours, I'm gonna quit. None of it inspired me one little bit, but where does my touch exist? With what smudges my prints, nothing fits. Maybe all the clothes I've tried to oversize, while the gold's inside like honeycombs and hives undescriptive. Initiative taken, the difference I'm explaining about configuration without using my fingers as quotation marks is illustration. Make it straight and sharp cause the sun's still shining when it's safe to say it's not. Staying still, chill, don't let your day get caught up in hype. Well, maybe milk ain't a major spill. There's a way with will, but will's not how I start to ask. In between a steel vaulted mind and a heart of glass, roger that. My number's blocked but call me back when you really wanna listen, cause I just wanna rap. So you know I ain't no West Coast disser. Another thing I'm not is a damn ass kisser. I ain't no West Coast
disser. West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast, this. Another thing I'm not
is a damn ass kisser.
West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast, this West Coast, West Coast.
Another thing I'm not is a damn ass kisser. Putting all that bitter either, just pick us out from in the lineup. $10 a disc, come check our shows for $5. Adrenaline rush, what spitting fire beats me. I'm sick and tired of you thinking to think I'm wiser, but no kisses, but 4 misses. Ma.
This is the truth. Yo. Fuck tomorrow and yesterday. I've cried so much lately, my throat burns and it can't be cured by chloroseptic spray. To people press and play, forget this face. I've left hold in my head in shame. In any ways, I lay away in second place. I used to work for 12 hours a day. Now I don't even shower or bathe. Look how I behave. Hey, you, the one who stayed the same way since grade 2, trying to call his shots like Babe Ruth and pay dues. You're a coward and fake, powerless ape. I hate you and the father and mother that made you. It doesn't matter if you're as ill as it gets, cause sometimes
it ain't the punchlines, the syllables flipped. I'm willing to split part the very fibers woven into the depths of my sick and twisted realm of currently disorderly malfunctioning filler kept inside Samson's broken pillars of wreck. I hope I'm still in your head and your way to see if you care. Needing a chair, sit down slow, found hope in a floating bottle on the beach with a note that said I die today. Let me hide away and hibernate, goodbye, good day. Good God, great Scott, take off higher than Navy pilot planes, till you can finally realize that I'm deranged. Left you locked up, tied in chains in my private cage. See, my mistakes are my mistakes, not yours. If you want to get caught up in my life, that's what a song's for. My thoughts pour down, draining me of all that once was possessed. Trust is now dead. Basically nothing said can stop forces deep inside of my inner spirit. Bitter tear drips open my flesh, wounded in action. Remove the attachments, illusions, loosen the sadness inside. Views, bruises and slashes, these brutes glued to the package arrived. Now it seems that I've been cast to the side. It really hurts when you've crashed from behind. I guess I'm just another human who's asking why. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Everything is down the drain. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why?
Everything is down the drain. 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 It's possible to pass everything off just by saying things happen. So I myself is a basic reaction for the individual's sake. I built my shape from what was eating away at me like Gilbert Grape. Too jagged to trace the pattern of transparency, which once buried me, now I'm standing on top of it. A paradox in a trap, attraction of opposites, all of which become the formulated concoction made from thought. So if I don't say a lot, I'm playing possum. More probable I'm not, cause I made a promise to my conscience prior to what we formerly had in agreement. You can't even see with my eyes. Experience comes after you need it, and before you know it, the span's repeated, sequence different. History is reminiscent of itself to a measured distance, so I'm only offensive if I'm met with resistance. Set my fingerprints for those who listen with forensics. It's well distinguished, if not well wishes, I'll keep on my way. These one-track minds on two-way streets in my lane never change. Against the ingrained and conformed since the day I was born. The way I was raised was the way that I saw it. So when all that comes up next is affected by retrospect, expect the sun to set at dusk. Other than that, I'm drifting undirect with a puddle of sweat soaking in my sponge of anticipation. Inspiration fits the vacant place wholehearted. My soul's an old artifact that's grown part of its reincarnated. Joanne called David, a long story short, in an unfinished book where my moral supports itself. I'm bored when there's nothing more or else to be smoked, ate, drank, written, and recorded, felt, or to be touched. Most shelves have a collection of dust to where words are of no use and are dead with the trust once bestowed upon, prolonging my sincere offerings unwanted, rebelling with a lost cause. My wandering target has started to grow weary. No theory to what am I? I'm just another human wondering why. Why? Everything is down the drain. Why? Everything is down the drain. Down the drain. Down the drain. Down the drain.
Tapwater, skinny dipping in the liquid you're sipping. It's Tapwater, skinny dipping in the liquid you're sipping. Tapwater, skinny dipping in the liquid you're sipping. It's Tapwater, skinny dipping in separate cups. Let me clear my dry throat after the hot knife roach. On a side note, I'm a broke, sunny side yoke spreading. Roller applied coats, I won't lie under oath for an ocean of dry hopes. Grind your molars at the supersized iotas. Tapwater, the take what you can get, rightful owners. Fuck a 9 to 5 quota. UTI is sober and climbing pagodas. Wide low diode, my Chicharones rides closer upwards. Plucked a 5-leaf clover, knocked up pine and opening through the salt shaker over my right shoulder to get lucky. Get spots, got the lion's den dusty. Let my breath catch up to me, I'm gone quick and spend money.
Yeah, my bread's crummy, but what it wants not bought to have. I'm a modern man that's standing in an awkward stance, who happened to cross tracks of a black cat under a ladder while carrying the foot of a rabbit, so the luck doesn't matter.
I picked up plenty of lucky pennies plus the empties. It won't get me much if any, it adds up to bad luck.
I picked up plenty of lucky pennies plus the empties. It won't get me much if any, I'm stood up by good luck. Oh no.
I'm like a crowd of 1,000 surrounding salivating falcons pouncing from mountain tips, feasting on your body at the very place they found you in. Guess you should have paid attention going round the cliff. Full house pulled out to end up where the townsfolk live. Drowned in piss, ripped in half by the review mirror. 7 years of bad luck, the last one to see things clear. You had it coming like a hunter in a bear trap. Yo, goo-ha, bring the snare back. It's like a care package of speed and Ritalin, both digesting the plates of cake at senior citizen homes. This isn't a joke, no, he won't laugh, last, or pull through. And that's that, attacked by a black cat on full moon, it's foolproof. So just sit and absorb the facts. Who knew that your decisions could form a path to move through the resistance with forceful acts? Just remember not to count all your chickens before they hatch.
I picked up plenty of lucky pennies plus the empties. It won't get me much if any, it adds up to bad luck.
I picked up plenty of lucky pennies plus the empties. It won't get me much if any, I'm stood up by good luck.
In the liquid just sipping this tap water, skinny dipping in the liquid just sipping this tap water, skinny dipping in the liquid just sipping this tap water, skinny dipping in the liquid just sipping tap water, skinny dipping in the liquid just sipping tap water, skinny dipping in the liquid just sipping tap water, skinny dipping in separate cups. Test your luck like getting up as I'm spending deaded bucks.
Feels like someone set us up in eclipse of setting sun.
Holding our breath in tunnels, 7 numbers everyone.
The bets are up, I bet you won. So check the stubs, you'll get the one you never thought would end up struck.
Like a lotto loser or a lightning rod, a megawatt.
Forget a loss, success is ours, it's right beyond the steps we walk.
Birds of a feather flock
and make wishes in penny ponds
while against the odds.
Let's set it off with the kick and a high hat. Everybody make a wish and blow a kiss to your eyelash.
Why ask to sympathize for the fly in your soup? Try tested and true and not some kind of a fluke. Tying the shoes of a horse.
Wasn't trying to lose till I somehow ended up taking a ride with the blues.
The tightest of tighted mood, any type of luck I'll choose.
Until it's snake eyes, and each dice of one makes 2. Slaved away to save every penny for your thoughts in my memory bank. Even though at times I swore our relationship was eventually meant to be sank. Somebody empty the tank, there was nothing to say or do. You left me mentally blank. Check, my fangs shred to your flesh like cheese graters. Out of your league, so don't call me a team player. I'm 3 layers deeper than a bottomless pit, achieving goals where you'd be happy if you got an assist at all. Slip and fall to the grass, or cracks and crevices with blackness setting in as your life's watched through a crystal ball. Is it called realistic or is it fantasy round? Fantasy round. How can I be felt when heretofore it's clearly war and you stand by yourself, abandoned of help, loading up your handgun with shells, probably thinking that life's a party like it's Animal House. If only you could understand what it can be about.
My mind's engraved by lines in pavement. I try to save paper, I find in places. I do this for the charge of it, the raw rugged. Star-studded, fuck it, I'm far from it. Long loving and bar brawls like it's our fault. I'm praying to God every time the car stalls. Big man trapped in the back of an import. Spit that rap, but then that's what I'm in for. Get that cash, have a sense of adventure. I know that I'm meant to go where I'm sent for. As long as I'm bent on toward and it's okay. Keep me a blade just in case they don't pay. DJs talk to me proper, I don't play. Won't stay no place, hard to locate. My own way, that's how this thing is finished. I'm stone-faced, tracked down to bring the menace. Split the riches at a thin percentage, right? The kid descended from kings and princes. No remorse will some sing of penance. No bigger thing has been imprinted.
evolved. The fly in the wall was drawn from in crowds are in vogue all along. Saw through like Bar Shalom. Call it what you want, cause it's probably undefined. I wonder why most things aren't my cup of chai. Young in time, and if so, it's clear like the summer sky. Summarize some that look like $1 million, get judges bribed. I live and learn all the older that I'm going. Not to have opinions firm, it's poetry in motion, a frozen moment. And only if the opportunity arose to travel two roads and know what the future holds. Instead I'm on cruise control. If your computer's froze, shut down and restart. A wise owl can watch and spot the lines with cowardly hearts throbbing in the chest. Less amounts to a lot with frames wound up in knots. Reality's harsh, I take it so serious. Sometimes it's healthy laughing it off. Medicinal chatterbox in the path that crosses itself. Let the gas exhaust. Sound vibrations with the time taken to never arrive late. When the rates are so high, I should try suicide faking.
Cook like fried bacon, look I stride pacing, time wasted. Hook defines patrons, hook the lines, changed I made it.
Try and hate it, we're dropping you like the Steve Austin stunner. Cause every time you talk, it's arguments like softwood lumber.
The knock could wonder, sleeping in a constant slumber. On top you're under, proceed to wish and want with hunger.
All in the fan like Archie Bunker with positivity. The chronic's what we need in the province of BC.
I'm accomplishing with speech, take a shot if you can reach. What you oughta do is read instead of taunting and brewing beef. Cause a lot of you are weak, and to be honest you should leave. I hope you're following my lead, fuck just nod and agree. I did it all without a college degree. Resulting fault in the scenes, assaulted and beat. Results of
no ailment to derailment, as Rayleigh sailing, aiming at high. Hey yo, inspires who we came with. Face it, flowing free, faithfully and flourishful. Dope and irreversible, like taking a shit in a urinal. You're curvy dull, I make my point hella known well. Go tell your circle of friends, cause when my nose smells tension, I can sense it. I know it'll want not climb to get it and leave rappers fucked online just like a cyber sex. We rhyme with ethics and don't expect us to exit. Clever wits, pushing envelopes, sit and send it. Furthermore, we ain't big beefers nor herbivores. Clear cutting, you're beating around the bush like the current war.
Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic. Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic.
Don't leak your septic tank on my lawn and drag it on to wander like a vagabond. I'm not where I belong yet. Proving to pass these pyrite prospects with large reps. I put my finger on what's between my bars like guitar frets. Charged with offensive incentives, no escaping unless taking this in. I've desensitized the sensation. Time I've spent waiting for what? My name's getting up and I'm trying to set a standard like a break in the clutch. Ain't much but the same stuff that's occupied my time from rise and shine. You can find me on 44th Street where I ignore sleep. Staying awake, pushing stats like a score sheet. I've counted more sheep lately than ever, and the number hasn't lessened. Everyone wants to be tested but no effort to make corrections. Yeah, I'm pested by pestilence. Never will I get convinced easily by negative exposure like Second Prince.
Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic. Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic.
We rhyme with ethics and don't expect us to exit. Clever wits, pushing envelopes, hit and send it. Furthermore, we ain't big beefers nor herbivores. Clear cut, you're beating around the bush like the current war.
Don't even question how we made it this far. We're not some trendy rock group and I don't play the guitar. You're off tune, trying to hate the way we're claiming our part. I'm not you, and if I was, I'd be afraid of the dark. You're a whack rat, snitch, bitch, traitor, and narc. I'm a badass, quick-witted painter of art. Have the last laugh now, wait, later it's ours. We'll leave the whole country change into a state of alarm. Raised in a barn, I'm the one that opened the door. I was born to perform these rhymes that I wrote to record. Hated from start, practically no one showed me support. Or absorbed the try ignoring pride till Jones and for more. Raided the arc, like Dr. Jones in hopes to reach shore. Breaking my heart, this seems to be the code of the north. Bolts in the port, we stay on point like pins and nails. So don't talk about a win, cause the winner's ship is sailed.
We rhyme with ethics and don't expect us to exit. Clever wits, pushing envelopes, hit and send it. Furthermore, we ain't big beefers nor herbivores. Clear cutting, you're beating around the bush like the current war.
Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic. Reread and edit, please, these heathens didn't even get it. Bet it's another motherfucker that thinks we seem pathetic. this song is dedicated to my friends going nowhere. For most of my life, all I said is that I don't care. I've been you, I've seen what you saw in a sense. You're so scared, thinking everything is wrong in your head, but you won't stare too long in the mirror to see yourself. And as every second passes, it increases your need for help, fiending out. Started out with weed until now. As you're daring to experiment to hear what you found, and your parents think a therapist to deal with their child. As you prepare your wrist for tearing skin and kneel to the ground, silently screaming out loud, crying and bleeding, you pout why. But it's about time to grow up and change your attitude. I've been beaten black and blue and always kicked around, but I never let it change the fact that I live it now. The future's ours, there's so much that you can do with it. For God's sakes, just don't waste your life useless losing grip. Just don't waste your life useless losing grip. Just don't waste your life useless losing grip. The future's ours, there's so much that you can do with it. For God's sakes, just don't waste your life useless losing grip. I've seen so many things when thinking of forgotten memories. While some harm my dreaded dreams, others often let me leave a while. Keeping smiles on my face as I recollect. Every wasted breath in this place has been heaven sent. I've seen so many things when thinking of forgotten memories. While some harm my dreaded dreams, others often let me leave a while. Keeping smiles on my face as I recollect. Every wasted breath in this place has been heaven sent.
Well, this song is dedicated to my friends going nowhere. For most of your life, all you've said is that you don't care. With cold stares, dumbfounded on a come down, and the same conclusion every time you wonder what now. Tied up and strung out, a wasteful able body, unsteady wages to pay the cost of your mistake. But I'll say I'm sorry, you're waning strongly, and argue there's no reason to take responsibly. Free falling, the holes deep into vacant occupancy, live and breathing, screening every phone number. No wonder the silent treatment, self-prescribed and diagnosed, but time alone can help combine if efforts tried, and why it won't is unknown. Identify your problems, friend of mine, for they may identify you. Diluted, I too can notice both your moods and focus. Stupid choices are to change, and if you let it be, presently all that recall are forgotten memories.
I've seen so many things when thinking of forgotten memories. While some harm my dreaded dreams, others often let me leave a while. Keeping smiles on my face as I recollect. Every wasted breath in this place has been heaven sent. I've seen so many things when thinking of forgotten memories. While some harm my dreaded dreams, others often let me leave a while. Keeping smiles on my face as I recollect. Every wasted breath in this place has been heaven. I've seen so many things.
Tapwater, yeah.
From the shores of Greece, Vancouver to treetops in East Ontario, my speeches carry coast to coast to reach and teach of where to go. It's terrible to witness actions I've committed, put the past behind and living now. No sitting down, prepare to cope. Staring, no, I can get so mad I'll tear your clothes if you ever so much as try to poke or prepare a joke. This is reality, there is no technicalities. It's challenging, get down and bow to kings that fall from balance beam. And now it seems that we're under attack. Blood from the taps, all of this is malarkey, I'm bound to leave. Sound achieved from the heart and the soul. There ain't a bargain at the market for gold, I'm starting to fold. I've moved out of my hometown and grown now, and I'm not so proud of when I broke down. Yet stress consumes inside from others' attempted suicide. But who are you and I to decide on what your parents choose? I wasn't born into the upper class, so you can love me or hate me, just don't hold your breath or begrudge at that. I wasn't born into the upper class, so you can love me or hate me, just don't hold your breath or begrudge at that. I am a tortured inner child, I've been through war and gripping trials. I've seen the shore from ship to isle, I've lived conformed and in and out. I am a tortured inner child, I've been through war and gripping trials. I've seen the shore from ship to isle, I've lived conformed and in and out. I am a tortured inner child, I've been through war and gripping trials. I've seen the shore from ship to isle, I've lived conformed and in and out. I am a tortured inner child, I've been through war and gripping trials. I've seen the shore from ship to isle, I've lived conformed and in and out. From the bottom of my heart to the top of the glass, I love my father for his charm and how he taught me to act. But the single solid question I've been wanting to ask is why his need to succeed has been lost with the past. I feel my soul is worth less than $1 perhaps. It's a reason I keep on quitting every job that I have. Damn. I wish I really had a mom or a dad. At the time I needed the most, they were gone in a flash. Left me to feel as if my head's in a vice grip. Some say that talk is cheap, well expression is priceless. It doesn't matter if your message is righteous, as long as you can know that what you said isn't lifeless. I'm a freak in nature, bleeding through a piece of paper. See you later. When I come back, I'll have achieved much greater. Go read the paper, have a coffee and smoke. Just realize that what you're seeing's what they thought you should know. So after I've docked in the boat, I'll be walking alone out of this world on my own island of Dr. Moreau. After I've docked in the boat, I'll be walking alone out of this world on my own island of Dr. Moreau. So until the climax is reached, I'll be sidetracked, obscene, and everything else you probably never expected. I guarantee it. This live rap mentality is death of dreams at least. Watch it die. Please address the need to speak and confess to be complete and whole. The rest is for me to know and you to find out in time before you drown or rise to where the clouds reside. Where the clouds reside. Release your soul.
Can I get a soul clap? I'm soul searching. Can I get a soul clap? Can I get a soul clap? I'm soul searching. Can I get a soul clap?
There's really more to see than meets the eye. Sometimes I like to close mine to get a better perspective. This is a deposition, a stratagem. Through detection, deception lives in the average man. Who to guess at the blessed sin if they have a chance? Truth is questioned if left to sit until asked again. And that offends us all. Beneath the skin and sheets of flesh and pulp, the pressure's on. To get results, forget your faults, progress assess the wrong. Then take a step beyond the falsifications, apologies taken, and all the things that stop you from changing. The stall in creation, no falling off the wall to the pavement. Recall innovation, drop the chalk and wash away hatred. Cause in the midst of nighttime by the back door, I caught a teacher writing white lies on a blackboard. A sad story, past 40 with slacks worn. Older man convinced that his kid is a crack whore, but he wasn't around when the drugs had been found. Experimenting, careless venting from the custody bound and tied. Found alive on the edge of rejection. A to F student left useless, depressed and regression. Guess she couldn't be her daddy's dream. Working in a factory instead of actually going to an academy. Never graduated, lacked the patience, and it's sad to see. Let her package shaved from her past when mother had to leave. Tragedy in the purest form, harassed and beat. See, Natalie only needed love and lacked esteem at Target, regardless of what her teachers or class believed. Disaster breeds. When he touched her, she was fast asleep, wrapped in sheets, gasping, his hand attached to trap the screams. Left her heart softer than plasticine, soaked in a glass of bleach. Now what's next is between you and me. Her father Steve was a dean, respected in the community. And usually, no matter who you are, you'll pay the price. Nothing can make it right. Justices take his life or leave him in cage like a rat. In fact, don't say it twice. A painful sight that brings a tear to the eye. You see, she chose to protect a man that she clearly despised. Her spirit had died. The person in the mirror was a child, in fear and denial, and feeling like no one would listen. Young and twisted, homeless shelter dweller who was unassisted, looking for something different to numb, but nothing did it. So she took her father's bucks as a bribe for drug addiction. The summer shifted until autumn had rose. Slowly the cash stopped. Last drop, he bought her some clothes and told her sorry. You know the story, it's pot and coke until the heroin, and there it ends, unconscious you croak. Caught in the ropes cause you don't even care. Her father, later that year, he was voted the mayor. On top of the throne known as devoted and fair, but no one really knew the truth about the hopeless despair.
They don't need to tell it, you can tell. Home from work late, over stern of every penny earned made, he claimed for her sake. Trying to rekindle their mature flame, but he's been going since he first came back with box of short dessert stains. What nerve, their daughter's in the 3rd grade, he doesn't play his role except to pay off loans while the mother stays at home with the Daily Jones. Since her husband's job's exhausting in the office, they both play games of their own. Costumes for their offspring when they're talking changed its tone, not knowing of each other's long flings which have taken toll. Relation woes they both don't want anymore, bounded by what they're responsible for. He'd intercom his secretary the same time her friend would knock on the screen door, trying not to be heat score, though it seemed more of a burden to keep forcing a fake smile, making their cheeks sore for a child that had to be born before their marriage. Deception of one another, unawareness to it showed their love impaired. Only that one thing what they shared with was the thing to bring them to that situation. Middle age and raising a kid wed and in different relationships. The picture's painted, they keep flushing through the same old shit. Unheard questions, one word answers, shamelessness. Convince themselves staying with one another can break what's fixed. Fake affection, the filler replacement since deception is repression's quickest method. Duo who both live a second life without intervention. For the kid they've made for this world, but will never say what's preferred. His broken family may be the catalyst and why he wants to raise her with the mother, insignificant other, and vice versa. Life further's good as picking a number. Husband and wife serve a two, an eternal due, who haven't wanted to learn to work it through. Take a bird's eye view, it's not what they said, what they kept within themselves. Deception, they don't need to tell it, you can tell. Problems meant to be dealt with themselves. Deception, they don't need to tell it, you can tell. I've got a lot I wanna mention. Also got the ball at my court, you lost possession. So let me talk, Dr. Massage, resolve the tension. Guhar's got it locked like your jaw from all the clenching. Yeah, knowledge is art, you get taught a lesson. I'm an artist that wants to draw attention, but not with sketching, cause the genres are orthodox like blonde extensions. So I stay involved like alcohol, the college freshman. Not to prolong, but to stop the Armageddon. Soldiers bob your head into your brain, stalls like engines. I'm farther fetching things to achieve, with a rabbit in my hat and the tricks in my sleeve. Quick as a sneeze and it sinkers without a handkerchief.
I'll punch you in the mouth so freaking hard it makes your cankers bleed. Tanks and fleets of ships here to take the lead. Great to say the least in the game of life we play for keeps. And basically we're Guha on the beat. It's so sick you need a flu shot to stop the disease. You talking to me? Cause if you are then it's on. Tapwater, every line's your favorite part of the song. Last off or get inside and stay with artists or not, before you end up covered in mustard and barbecue sauce. Too far now to stop, and I'ma never look back. I count my blessings in disguise before regrets that I have. And all you artists talking shit aren't even getting me mad. At least we finally got our album out and pressed it on wax.
Yeah. Hey yo, oh yeah, right back at ya. Obligated like I have to mind your manners. Paper and smorgasbord canvas, have this. Catalyst to the batter cooked with the dash of pizzazz and oomph. That's what's fathomless, take note. You should know the revolution's to and fro. Google tool up the wall unit another day, oh. Chew the bazooka Joe slow, another radio KO. Take rolls from the fork, the unsure, stay a bay, okay? Ain't no jalapeno hard enough to start it on and stop at dusk. Multitasking all at once, no problem. An obstacle is all I wasn't blocking. Not to budge, we're locked in on target, pardon me. We dislodge it from the knots up strung in that one-way street. Trade deep, 1, 2, 3. Munching out for gluttony, it was me who cut the cheese. Rolly told me just give her, paint a picture. Selective here, I'm blocking bickering and salty bitter. Our picture is worth a million words. Live and learn, it's the little things which are big concerns. Stiff and stern, sorry the table's been reserved, dinner served. You can have your cake and eat it, mini Jillikers. Our picture is worth a million words. Live and learn, it's the little things which are big concerns. Stiff and stern, sorry this table's been reserved, dinner served. Feeling hollow legs, force feeding through.
It's great they had tsunami relief and half the states were lost in gossip as they watch our TVs. But what you didn't realize is it's a constant routine. If it's US, it's tragedy, and if it's not, it's unseen. And how are we supposed to follow our dreams when the truth is we were never even taught to succeed? And what about the soldiers lost overseas and the corrupted governments taunting Iraqi regimes? I watch these bosses in the office fill their pockets with green. Is this what every goddamn continent's economy needs? Nah, it makes me vomit as I toss in my sleep this day and age, cause they replaced the founding fathers with greed. They've got us hanging like a dog on a leash. We're not free, despite of what you wanna believe. Besides that fact, it's been an honor for me to give the people what they wanted, this Tapwater CD.
Jiminy Jillikers! Jiminy Jillikers! Jiminy Jillikers!
still uncomfortable. Yo. Tapwater, I soak and swim in it. Soul participants, I'm growing every minute, and a moment is a tick. Hope it goes into your mitt. No, I'm no kid that throws a hissy fit over little shit. I'm growing in a mix like photosynthesis, slow but driven quick. I'm voguing, it's the odor you can sniff. Only playing poker if she sips for both the benefits. Why I still need to go with the mistletoe to get against my vocals in this pitch. A Scorpio awoke you with a pinch.
No, your promo isn't sick, it's a joke though, isn't it? And we better turn it down for the old folks' benefit. These are potent sentences filled with quotes and references. You best know your etiquette, or we'll blow your flesh to bits. Dream of boast on what we did. Treat John Cody as a shit. It's easy to realize like silicone and breasts and tits. Double the blows, the best you live and still enclose my message script. I don't condone my friends to click, I'll smoke an O in 10 minutes.
There's no troll under the bridge. The Billy Goat chose to go home to get 44s. There's loaded clips, put more holes in the switch. There was no story, it was over too quick. Then no one behold, no one noticed it. So they told the myth, collecting royalties from it. Holy shit! What a bunch of irrelevant twists. Once I'm intelligent enough to excel at this and coming to help you with it, and together we won't exist like a pelican slip. Tell me good sick cause you're jealous of it. And what good is it to hate it with both belly up in the river chilling with jellyfish shit? Not a hell of a bit.
What hasn't been said? An imagination's branch of its stem. I'll get it to take off her pants. And when I win out of a town, we'll tip the scale, skip the tail, stable smooth as wind and sails. When your wrinkled facial place can get scraped with your fingernails. And hail the aroma from the blade, chain of smoke. I ain't playing with the jokers. Every day my age gets older, with a rage like LaLaLa. And now we'll lay a little bit lower, favorable with unstable phobia. Lines started on song.
Time started as knowledge and time swallow my wallet. I'm kind-hearted but heartless. Let's see what goes the furthest. I'm only playing poker if she folds on purpose. So she's shirtless way before she even shows she's nervous. I got a phone to pick like Operation. A little kid has got an older kid to observate him. Whether sober or intoxicated, poses off the faded. Go away, I'm not your neighbor, know the name incorporated.
Yo, this hip-hop is sacred, it's our picked occupation. Allow me to proceed and make a quick observation. I'm underwater like the king caught a crayfish, and all that I can see inside this stink box is great fin. So bring God and Satan, think not of waiting. Everything's complicated like a ring tossed to Beijing. The ladies say I got a big cock when naked, dropping shit constipated till our sixth compilation.
I can't meditate, I'm always thinking about something or sleeping. With an uncomfortable feeling, but I rise to the sun shining, so I know I'm done dreaming. Morning glory awoke, the sun set in the evening. If you want me to talk, you've gotta find me first. I let silence define my words. Learn from my ex-girl, she showed me that lying's worse. And in all honesty, I wear my heart in an iron shirt sleeve. But I firmly believe there's no coincidence, and everything happens for a reason. Awkwardly, knowledge is looked upon as broken innocence. No one finishes, they only conform completion. Once the proportions even, odds are to notice. I suppose my thought was meditation when I wrote this. And so since I'm positioned farthest from the closest, farthest from the closest. If you want me to talk, you've gotta find me first. Where could I be?
One hand clapping,
Silent verse. If you want me to talk, you've gotta find me first. Where could I be?
one hand clapping.
Silent verse. Every individual, listen, you fit the description ideally. Feel free to agree with me. I sleep in a field of dreams, documenting scenes with an easel of inspiration, complexions etched in, beckoning as opposed to bartering, catering brazenly to an open drum. Spoken tongue metonymy is basically a part of me. Introverted outward, not landish. Generally I manage, but I can't be everywhere at once. So I'm sitting where I've sat before, jotting my first feeling. If you could judge a book by its cover, it's probably not worth reading. Without learning nothing from internally revealing. Morning glory awoke, the sun set in the evening. I call events proceedings, cause I'm always moving on. My word is my promise and my bond. Prove it right, moving slightly, slowly but surely steady. Growing when I'm nurtured correctly. Got a grasp on things firm but gently. Mostly self-sufficient, determined and fortunate for my friends to help me with it. Although seldomly distant, I designate time to think instinctively, because simple is the key. Busy bee with a lot of spare time on my hands. Bored, but there's not much that I'd wanna do till the tables turn on the tide of my Sandcastle hourglass. I'll be walking through. If you want me to talk, you gotta find me first. Where could I be?
One hand clapping.
Silent verse. If you want me to talk, you gotta find me first. Where could I be?
One hand clapping.
Silent verse.
When you finally flip into the side, what took years to make can diminish in a minute's time. Giving signs it's grip and climb, I'll be hypnotized. Wish that I didn't live a lie, cause it isn't wise. Flash frames, etching pictures as they switch and slides. Past changes, my sister cries and kids goodbye. Last day till I leave on a jet plane to try and reach the people seeming eager to press play. And let's say I just spent most of my days in prison, swearing I would use a blade to slit if the pain persisted. Wait a minute, everyone these days is in a race to win it. I can't make the finish, I'm afraid and timid, say it isn't. The fate which given with unsafe conditions made me listen to none. Unassisted and young, I hated wisdom, engaged and distant, and I wouldn't take forgiveness. I just looked ashamed and different and would push away you visited then. Didn't depend on if you were my friend or not. I'd given in when I almost saw her death and all. She scribbled and penned a final note and left it on the kitchen table, which had enabled me to inspect what's wrong. Stepped beyond what I thought could even happen, then went up to her room, then decided to go back and read. I sat and wept and discovered the truth. Before that I didn't know just what my mother would do. I rushed to the phone and hoped to get things under control. Woke my aunt up at her home and told her come in her robe. She asked why, told her that a note had been found, and in the moment she was putting on her coat to be out. Took a cab to my house, knocked hello really loud, then we entered my mother's room to see her thrown to the ground, just sitting still. Prescription pills by the windowsill, the second scar, the minutes killed, the rest is hard to finish, guilt is all I felt. So I grabbed the phone and called for help. I knew this iffy sticky situation won't resolve itself. Paul with doubts that she'd be human again. I started panicking and told him come as soon as you can, cause she's barely speaking words or even moving her hands, and if I really seem concerned it's from the clues to her plan. Next thing I knew they're in the room with my aunt, were paramedics there in seconds to review an exam. They brought the stretcher out. That point she wouldn't settle down, getting loud, angry that she'd not been left for death and found. Depression sprouts from the root of your problems. The lesson now is to choose to use knowledge. Forget your doubts, what you do affects everyone. I'll forever remember what could have been except never was. The best is yet to come at last, and that I hope you know, but nothing haunts me more than that nasty note she wrote. Nope. I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't believe someone would write something like that. Are you kidding me? It said burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me.
No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me. No wake, no funeral, burn me.
I know a lot of people. A few. I don't understand very many people, but who does? Who isn't in true love? I'd use up my time wondering if it wasn't so, if it wasn't for so many others though. Fuck you, show your face from behind the front and ahead of time. Together tied, combined to make a giant prolo, which has the effect of a domino. You oughta know what may gutter ball your bowl from a spread width. A 7-10 split. Not many can knock 'em both. Not many people talk under an honest oath. Says who? Why? Says generally speaking. I mean, come to think of it, matching a J is the only form of fair exchange that comes to the top of my down-to-earth brain. Is pain a cliche today? Perhaps a scapegoat which will continually take the blame. Change and forfeit the fight.
Now that everything is said and done, the end creates a starting point for realization. Most feel impatient as if no matter the feats accomplished, they must continue towards direction. They're more or less in and out of destiny's chosen path. If every ounce of hope you had that was supposed to last was gone, where would you be? There again in the same place we all visit on our darkest days. Sometimes it's hard to take, you have to move extremely far to gain and prove you aren't insane to yourself in partial shape. Left as silent as a garden snake waiting to charge its prey in the night, afraid for your life, digging a vacant grave which invites you to jump inside it. Soil carved with rakes and shovels like a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. The sky as black as panthers or the outer shells of 8 balls. The day calls and beckons for new achievements. Let them take off, it's game on, so play hard and prove your reasons. Keep your goals in reach, or so it's reaped, so to speak. This road of dreams can lead you to the places most would only hope to see, but don't agree with me. Form your own opinions, grow like trees in the forest of our love and fear to coach the team.